All right, so I traded. A detailed parts list on all the stuff that was done to the motorcycle, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I got the wrong way. It's a beautiful, what in the world? No. All right guys, so it's a beautiful day. I'm going to make a video about everything that I've done on this motorcycle since I bought it. I'm going to start the video showing you the bike when I first picked it up. It's a beautiful day, beautiful blue skies. It's a good day to buy another motorcycle.
The purchase of this 2019 Harley-Davidson Street Glide. Traveling tall, ring that bell. Yeah!
Thank you, man.
Congratulations,
Thank you, man. All right, so I traded. I got it in 2014 and I got into a brand new 2019 Street Glide. I'm excited about it. So yeah, it's a new motorcycle. About to get on the bike and go for a ride. All right, see you then. Alright guys, so look, I'm down here at Bootlegger Harley-Davidson, where I first started, where I bought my motorcycle. So I'm going to give you a full walk around and show you everything on the bike from the day that I picked it up till now. There's a couple things that's going to be happening this week, but I want to show you all of the products that I've installed on the motorcycle. Alright, so first let's get out of here, let's go for a ride. I remember the first day that I left here. I was excited and nervous at the same time. Oh man, I gotta get some gas. Wasn't like that when I left. I had a full tank of gas. What you hear right there is the fan running. I'm gonna set my helmet over here. All right, so what you hear is the fan running. We'll get into that, all that later. I'm gonna turn the switch off here. First, let's walk around the bike. All right, so you can't really see all the changes that I made, but there's a few changes that you can see right off the top. So let's start with the lights first, start in the front. So here's my custom dynamics Pro Beam Adaptive 2 LED light. When you turn right, it shines right, and when you turn left, it shines left. And if you haven't seen that video, check that out. That's the whole cycle that it goes through every time it starts, and you can see it has 17 LEDs in the light. It's a fantastic light, great for riding at nighttime. Those Pro Beam lights right there, these things are bright. I was grateful that I had them when I was traveling going to Daytona Bike Week, because I could even see they were projecting some light out there on the road too. Let's go back to the side. There's the latch lights there. Go around to this side so you can see them better. And I'm going to put the blinker on. That's what they look like there. The latch lights, really nice, good side view. When you're at a stoplight or something like that, you want to make sure people can see you when you are when you're pulling out. All right, so here's the sequential turn signals. I told you, so that's the way they flash there. They run outward. Looks really cool. And with all this going on, I don't know if you can see these plugs. They're flashing as well. Run, brake, turn, and the fascia, they're flashing. So all these turn signals on this side. Now this is just run and brake. I would have to be able to hit the brake in order to show you those. I took the bar off the back that held the license plate and had the two bullet style turn signals, and now you see this nice colored match eliminator kit where it has the turn signals here and it's run, brake, and turn. Real nice, cleans up the look of the motorcycle. I think it looks nice. What do you think? Let's get into some other modifications before we get into the performance. I guess the first thing you'll notice is the lowers on the front of the bike. I put them on because when I was taking my trip to California, I wanted the extra space. I also like the way the lowers look, and that's why I didn't go with lowers with speaker pods in them. That was kind of the theme when I was going to California. I wanted to make sure I had as much space as I possibly could get. I made a video for the lowers, and there's a link to the lowers if you're looking to buy something for yourself. And the same time I did the lowers, I did the extended saddle bags. So let me show you what they look like from the rear. So those are 5-inch. You had a choice to go with 4.5. I chose the 5-inch. I like the 5-inch. They look really nice on the back. What you don't see right now is my tour pack, and it has a light on top. So if you want to see that video, I just made a video about the Amazon tour pack that I bought, so check that out. So everything's not quite on the motorcycle. There's a few things that's missing, but the Amazon tour pack with the Custom Dynamics light on top of that, that's another thing on the back. Now let's go to some of the newer stuff. Right here, the handlebars here. So there's a few more people here now, and I think I'm blocking the parking space. So let me get out of the way. I'm gonna show you at another location everything that I've done to the engine of the motorcycle. Okay, so we moved to a new location right here in the shadow of the Sun Spear, but in a shady spot under the bridge. There's the bike right behind me there. Let's continue this full walk around. There's a wind just whipping through here, so hopefully you still can hear. All right, so I don't remember where I was. I was talking about the bars. So the KST custom bars, they are 10-inch bars, and they're awesome. I want to stay below the fairing. They're not quite below the fairing, but they're still pretty good. I didn't want my hands way up there. So I like the bars, 6-pin bars by KST. Now with new bars, of course, you gotta have new grips. The Avon grips. These things, they feel amazing. But man, those new grips, they feel awesome. Now, here's the problem with the new bars and the new grips. Well, mainly the new bars. They were right in front of the mirror. So I had to get the KST Customs drop down mirror brackets. They're just brackets that drop down your stock mirrors to make them usable so you can see. It took some getting used to. I still like it. I think it looks good because I didn't want the mirrors on top of the bars. The inner fairing is painted. So with my inner fairing, it used to be flat black. I didn't like the flat black of the inner fairing. That's one of the downsides to having a Street Glide standard. So the guys at the Fairing Exchange, Paul at the Fairing Exchange, exchanged my fairing for a painted inner fairing, and man, that looks great. If you don't have a painted inner fairing, check those guys out at the Fairing Exchange. And by the way, the KST bars, the Avon grips, the painted inner fairing, all those videos are on my YouTube channel there. So let me see, I don't want to forget anything. The grips, the mirrors, painted inner fairing, the bars. I know I'm missing something, I know it. The seat, how could I miss that seat? The Lepera Daddy Long Legs kickflip seat. That seat, oh, I missed one more thing too, I just remembered. That seat is amazing. Look at it, guys. Look how the seat looks. It changes the whole look of the motorcycle. It looks awesome. I mean, with the seat, the way that it goes up into a curve. The Lepera kickflip Daddy Long Leg seat. Lepera is the company, kickflip is the model of the seat, and Daddy Long Legs is because for tall people like myself. It sets me up a couple inches and back 2 inches. And it gives you a whole lot of room because with the stock seat from Harley-Davidson, I was sitting on the tank. Check that video out where I talk about the Lepera seat compared to my regular Harley-Davidson seat. A lot of people ask me, what do I hang my helmet on? Let me show you what I hang my helmet on. Right there, my highway pegs. That's a must-have, guys. If you ride a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, highway pegs is a must. The way those are, it allows me to stretch out and ride the bike and be comfortable. Guys, I wouldn't want to ride a bike across town without highway pegs. I don't use them like in stop and go traffic, but when you get on the interstate and you're really ready to stretch out and go, highway pegs is a must. You need those. And as I'm going around talking about the highway pegs, I just remembered one more thing too. I installed this live. It wasn't the best install video, but it was a live video. This is my Harley-Davidson heel guard. I haven't made this video yet. You're probably wondering why. I'm waiting on one thing, the Rick Rack GoPro mount. I'll be making that video. One thing I'm waiting on, then I'll be making that video. And it shows a really cool shot because you can have it right here. You can see a street view, or you can turn it around and it's high enough to go over the windshield and give you that good view shooting back at you. So that is everything. I think I'm walking around to make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. So now let's talk about the performance stuff. So it's a 124 cubic inches. The bike started out as a 107. I took it to Zippers Performance in Elk Ridge, Maryland, and they have a drop-in cylinder kit that takes your 107 to a 124. And mine is called the sleeper kit. Yeah, it's not a sleeper, but with the big 124 cleaner on the side. But the reason why they call it a sleeper kit is because you really couldn't tell that anything was done to it until I put the 124 on the side. And they make two kits. They make one called the muscle and one called the sleeper. And this one, I chose this one because it made it, my bike is still rideable. I rode it to Daytona. I ride it 200 or 300 miles on weekends, sometimes a day. And I wanted something that's reliable and rideable. So let me give you, I'm gonna try because I'm trying to remember everything they did. A detailed parts list on all the stuff that was done to the motorcycle to give it 150 foot-pounds of torque and 130 horsepower, and this thing goes. The drop-in cylinders and the pistons, of course, it has stock heads. So now we're about to get into some good detail here. A lot of people have 124 kits, 128s, 131s with CNC polished imported heads or some other kind of work done to your heads. The heads are stock on this motorcycle and it's still making 150 foot-pounds of torque and 130 horsepower. Now there was an issue with my valves. They fixed that, but they didn't do anything else to the heads. It has the Redshift 472 cam, not the 468, that's in the muscle. Had the Redshift 472 cam. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a little sprocket. There was a lot of slap in there. Can't remember what it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about. But they put that on there. New lifters, adjustable push rods. With all the power that you're making, you're gonna have to have a stronger clutch. So here's the thing. They went with a Sportsman clutch from Bandit Clutches, and they put some heavy springs in there. All these things I'm talking about is on the channel, so you can watch all the videos of the whole build. So with the Sportsman's clutch, you know Milwaukee 8s already have a heavy clutch pull. With my wrong hand, my heavy clutch pull. So we went with the Ames slave cylinder, light force. So it made the clutch more bearable because, man, could you imagine with a new Sportsman clutch in there trying to pull the clutch lever? It would be really hard to do, pretty hard on your hand. We have, a lot of people think that I went with the True Duals or 2-in-1 with a dummy pipe. That's not true. I didn't do that. That is D&D Performance. D&D, I'm wearing the hat today. D&D 2-in-2 X cap. So goes 2, it crosses over and then goes back into 2. So, or you could say 2 into a merger and back into 2. And man, the performance of those things, they sound awesome. And you know, I don't know if I would have gained anything by just going with a 2-in-1, since it does merge 2 into 2. So the air cleaner is a K&N filter. And the story behind the 124, you've probably heard this on the channel before, but I'm gonna tell you the story behind the 124. I was on my way to Elk Ridge, Maryland. I was invited to the Timonium International Motorcycle Show in Baltimore, Maryland. And I was bringing the bike up there to be in the show. And without that 124 air cleaner, you just would think it was just a regular Street Glide, because that's the whole point of the sleeper kit. But I already had a shirt made that had air cleaner that said 124 on it, V-twin. When I got up there, my friends at Zippers Performance, my friends at Zippers Performance surprised me with the air cleaner because it says 124 on it. So that 124 right there, when I had it parked at the show, and they was asking questions about the 124. I love it, it looks great. And a lot of people in the beginning, they gave me a lot of heat for having that 124, saying, how is it gonna be a sleeper if you got a 124 on there? Yeah, that's true. It's probably not a sleeper anymore, but I love the way the 124 looks on there. And I have a zipper cover down here too, the Zipper Z. And I almost forgot, the Thundermax tuner. If you really want to get the horsepower out of your build, Thundermax is the way to go. The Thundermax tuner is just on point. It's a wideband tuner. It replaces your old ECM, and it's always learning to give you optimum horsepower, torque, whatever they set it on, whatever the tuner tuned it for, they're trying to get there to give you the premium performance all the time. So that's what Thundermax is. But I wasn't starting off talking about the tuner. I was going to talk about something else that reminded me of it. The Thundermax oil cooler fan, right down here. You can't see it. It's right down there. Now, when I turn the bike on, first you'll hear it turn on, and if it gets above a certain degrees, you'll hear it turn on to keep the bike cool. But the Thundermax is designed to keep everything really cool, because when you get these big 124s, and these 128s and 131s, they can run hot. So especially if it's not a good quality cylinder kit. They told me that this cylinder kit, which is not bored out, it's their cylinder kit, the walls are made to dissipate heat better than what you might find at other places. So check, you know, if you want to find out more about what they're talking about, give them a call and at Zippers Performance, and they can tell you more, explain it more eloquent than me, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Man, this video is kind of long. The Öhlins suspension. Öhlins. So with the Öhlins suspension that I have, which you may see something pretty soon on the channel, it's just a little snippet. There's a couple things you're going to see real soon on the channel. A bunch of upgrades coming real soon. Let's just say they have to do with the front and the back of the motorcycle. All right, so with the Öhlins, let me show you. Maybe you can see them down here. Right there, you see that? It says Öhlins. Those things are nice. And if you want a closer look at the Öhlins, check out the Öhlins video where Joey installed them on my motorcycle. Yeah, the Öhlins, they handle great. They took a lot of that Harley wobble out. Changing the rear shocks in the back took a lot of that out. And Joey also, he suggested that I go up 1 inch. So I think it was down to 12. Instead of 12, he told me to go up to 13. So it lifted up the back, which you can't really tell because it has. I think it still looks good, but it changed the way it handles, because he said that it's going to turn in a whole lot better. And he wasn't kidding. It does turn in a whole lot better. That's the full video, the full walk around of the motorcycle, but you haven't heard the exhaust yet. So let me let you hear what it sounds like, and then I'm going to end the video. So I'm gonna end the video right here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. Again, go to the playlist and check out all the videos. You can see the transformation of my motorcycle. All right, guys, so I want to thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day.